Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as we do each and every day. We'll also be discussing Elon Musk won't be the richest person if Bitcoin goes above $1 million per coin. That's right. In fact, anyone hodling 1 million Bitcoin will become the world's first trillionaire. Let that sink in. Also in today's show, Tuttle Capital proposes 6 ETFs that magnify the spot Bitcoin ETF performance. I'll be breaking this down for you, as well as the latest with Grayscale and VanEck, the latest to register with the exchanges for their spot Bitcoin ETF shares. We'll also be discussing spot Bitcoin ETF versus self-custody, the pros and cons, and is there a conflict? We'll also be discussing breaking news, BlackRock Bitcoin ETF delay conspiracy exposed by Max Keiser. Quoting the high priest right here. Source, a delay in Bitcoin ETF listing connected to coordination with possible anti-self-custody laws. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. What it do? Happy January 4th. Bitcoin's right back at 44,000. Just as I told you it was, we were dumping the other day, and I told you that the dip would be very short-lived, and lo and behold, we're right back on top, family. So let's freaking go. 2024 in full effect. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Keith Hunt, Rockdom, 808 Bear, Muhammad, Jahim, Majin Sayin, Zach, Rachel, good morning, family, good afternoon, good evening, greetings from Germany, says Nexta, greetings, family. Let me know if the stream is loud, clear, and smooth, first and foremost. Hodl gang, hodl gang, hodl gang. Amen, Raven. Shout out to the entire hodl gang. I appreciate your support, fam. John B, hold on to your pants because tomorrow will be choppy. Shout out to Will, just gifted another 5 memberships, and he gifted one before we even started the show. So shout out to Ryan. Looks like Mike's, Andre. Who else got blessed here? Aldous, Ryan. You have all been blessed with a MicroStrategy membership of the channel, so please thank Will for hooking you guys up. Job bless, Ron P, what it do? Loud and clear, says Ray Cruz. I appreciate that. Bitcoin is moving higher. The miners haven't quite started yet. An opportunity before they do. Also note this is a live and interactive show, so you'll notice a live poll in the chat right now. It says when ETF this week, next week, February, March, or after. And by a show of hands, if you think we'll get the approval of the ETF by the deadline, which is January 10th, put a 1 in the live chat. Let's see. If you don't think ETF approval in January, put a 2. So 1 if you think we'll get the approval before the deadline or by the deadline, January 10th. A 2 if you don't think it's happening in January. I want to see the sentiment here. Excellent stream quality. That's what's up, sir. Appreciate that. And again, congrats all the new members of the channel. You'll now have a very blessed star next to your name, which is your badge you receive for becoming a member. Looks like 111. And put your lighters in the air as well. We always appreciate that. Thank you, Jeff, for the reminder. 11111, 2. We got a 2. 11111. 1111. OG, what up? Nothingness, put a 2. Silas, put a 1. Michael, 2. Matt, 2. So we got a mixed bag here. I'd say maybe 70% of you are anticipating the approval. They said what? Put a 1. Mohammed put a 2. Quiet Man put a 2. 2. Keith is putting 2s. Blake, 1. Sir Monta, 1. 1. Someone put a 5. Bitcoin buys have been more lively this morning. That's what's up, Jeffrey. We're right back at 44 G's, baby. 111, 10, 2. Alex, what it do? Gangstar, put your lighters up. There you go. What up, Juan? Yes, K-Jam, bring it. I love it. 112211. JV, is that custom sculpted earpiece? Nah, this ain't custom. It's just a regular, I think they're called monitoring earpieces, so you can monitor the show. They're pretty cool, though. I like it versus the big-ass headphones. Don't get me wrong. I have my big-ass headphones in the closet in the office here, but I much prefer these. I don't like the big old headphones while I'm streaming. 10, what does 10 symbolize? 1. Okay, a lot of you guys believe we're going to get this approval. The focus of today's podcast is going to be ETF and when we're going to get the approval and the conspiracy surrounding it. So it's going to be lit. Smash the likes if you haven't already. And if this is your first time to the channel, be sure to sub. What up, Hayden Armstrong? Put a 1. By the 10th, I see. Okay. Relaxing what it do. They said what? Or they said that. 2 and then 1. Manipulation, says Bitcoin Learning. Yeah, Keiser's been calling the whistle on this, and we're going to be breaking this down as our lead story of the day. Jeff says CNA is the hottest YouTube channel for Bitcoin. I'll second that. Much love. Appreciate the support, family. 1-1. What do you think, JV? 1 or 2? Wow. I'm leaning towards 1, but I'm also open to the probability of 2. So the ETF experts are saying 90% or even 99% chance of approval between the 5th and the 10th. So I like to believe that they know something. They're the top ETF experts in the world. But I'd say like 80-20. So I'm leaning 80% towards we get the approval by the 10th, but there's still that 20% probability that, yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen and it gets pushed back again. So we're going to be discussing all these scenarios today. What do you guys think? Let me know. 1, if you think approve by the 10th. JV will believe anything, says Keith. If it is approved, it'll only be delayed, not rejected. Some reports are saying they want more time. Well, I'm going to throw that back in your face, and I'll say most of the population will believe anything. I'm sure as hell not the average individual. Just want to throw that out there. I'm open to Bitcoin being manipulated all the way to $1 million, says Jeff. Amen. What up, Barek? Good to see you, broski. What up, Brandon Clark? Love the channel, brother. Appreciate the support. Friday by COB or Monday by the noon. Big money bought in at the bottom. 11111. 0.5 equals Friday. 1 and it's done. 1 and done. Got a star next to my name. When that happened, whoever did that, thank you. That means you were blessed. We have over 500 memberships of the channel. It's safe to say maybe 400 of those out of the 500 were gifted. So you've probably been gifted, family. So thank the CNA fam. We have the most lit community on YouTube. Bitcoin was doing just fine without the BlackRock. This is true. Zach put a 2. What up, JV? Said yesterday, I'm saying today. What up, Serge? Good to see you, brother. Tommy Walton in the building. Jose de Jesus Rodriguez. 1. Scaramucci said it's a done deal. Well, there be it. It was written. Baby bears crawled out of mom's basement. Going to get wrecked this year. 16G says, Keith, keep dreaming, big dog. One of the ETFs has a January 10th deadline. They cannot delay it. They either have to approve it or deny it. Wow. Well, there you go. We're going to see some sort of response for once from the SEC. MicroStrategy should rename itself the Bitcoin Strategy. I dig it. ETF has been approved already. Really? Feel the vibes. There's still a probability it gets approved today, FYI. It's only about 3 p.m. Eastern in New York time. Roughly 2 hours. We can get an announcement. Don't hold your breath, but anything is possible. Big show today. See you in Dubai, says Joel. That's the bottom, JB. Oh, okay. I thought you were calling for 16. I'm like, there's no way. But yeah, 16 was the bottom. It was like 15.7-ish. You can say 16. So appreciate the clarity there. What up, Knoxville? Good to see you, family. Think will not be denied. Good point. What BlackRock wants, BlackRock gets. That's the trend. Bonero, Bitcoin, bring it. Motive, what it do? What does Michael Saylor have to say about Bitcoin? That's actually a good question. Is Michael here with us today? Hold on. Michael, are you here?
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset.
There you have it. There's Michael for you. But anyways, family, keep coming in and smashing the likes and keep the chat lit. I appreciate all that interaction, but let's kick it off into high gear. If you're new to the channel, be sure to smash that subscribe button to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. Also, be sure to smash the like and hit the bell icon to turn on notifications. And it's very important because it helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm, helps bring in that massive Bitcoin adoption, which we're all looking forward to. Today is pod episode number 1512. I'm your host, JV, and today is January 4th, 2024. Now, 2023 was pretty lit. We rose roughly 170% from the bottom, and 2024 is going to be 10x. In my opinion, anything is possible considering ETF approval around the corner, potentially today or by next week, or Let's not forget also we have the Bitcoin halving scheduled to take place in only 3.5 months in April. So let's freaking go. But anyways, fam, let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. You got Bitcoin back in the green, as I told you. Yeah, I mean, we corrected the other day. We were down 3 Gs and everyone's like, oh no, how down are we going to go? And I said I would not be surprised if we recover all of our losses by this time tomorrow. Lo and behold, it's now this time tomorrow. We're back above $44,140. Bitcoin up 3% on the daily. The entire market is pumping once again. So it sounds like that Matrix port story was nothing more than FUD. So take that, FUDsters and Hawksters. Just saying, hucksters. Ethereum is up 3%, trading just below 2,300. Solana up 8.5%. BNB in the green, XRP, AVAX, and Cardano. And zooming out, for our performance on the monthly, you can see now Bitcoin up 5%, BNB 37%, Sol 73%, Cardano 41%, AVAX leading the pack up over 72%, and the only top crypto actually in the red for the past month is XRP, down 5.5%, along with Dogecoin, down almost 9%. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, the current crypto market cap sits at 1.68 trillion with 77 billion in volume for the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance is at 51.3% with the Ether dominance at 16.3%. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers of the past 24 hours, we got Beam up 37%. We also have Celestia up 28% and Aptos up 21.5%. Below that, the Woo Network, Injective, and Kaspa. Now, which altcoins, if any, are you most bullish on for this bull run? Please let me know, family, in the comments right down below. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get a visual perspective of the overall market, you can see the majority of all the alts today are in the green, only a handful in the red. Again, the top gainers, Osmo, Beam, Apt, and Celestia. And zooming out on the monthly, overall massive gainers still. You got some of these alts literally up over 100%, including Sats, Say, BitTorrent, INJ, ASTR, HNT, Optimism, ICP, Osmo, just massive overall gainers. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we did pull back finally, as I predicted we would today. We're now still in greed, but we're now a 68, no longer in the 70s. Yesterday was a 70, last week a 73, and last month a 75 in greed. So there you have it, my crypto fam. What it do? What up, Satwise? Got a nice bag of beams, says Y. ETH, like AKT, says James Elsie. Dave says, one go, big SEI. SEI's been killing it. Even yesterday when everything was dumping, it was still in the green. Litecoin trash, says Keith Hunt. Got to go to work and earn some fiat to swap. Have a good stream, everyone. Thank you, 808 Bear. I appreciate you tuning in. B-Duck here, first time posting, been listening for a month. I appreciate you. Shout out to B-Duck. I appreciate you tuning in, supporting the channel. Will Stop Sun versus Guru. Good to see you, fam. If it's not going to 0, it's going to 1,000,000, quoting the Giga Chat himself, Michael Saylor. Very well said. Now, Michael, what's your second favorite cryptocurrency?
Bitcoin. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset.
Well, there you go. I got a nice bag of what? Nice. Enjoy that, Keith. Happy 420. I'm thinking we might get a 50G candle with the ETF approval. Very doable. Samson Mouse says we can see $1 million price action days or weeks after the approval of the ETF. We'll soon find out. Let's go. Bitcoin watching from Cornwall, England. Shout out to Fairgrounds Fun Fairs UK. What it do? Quabies, what it do? Jennifer. Oh, that's not good. On Rumble. We should be on Rumble as well. We stream simultaneously, but sometimes there's things with the community that don't always work proper. No second best, says Corey. Jimmy, what it do? Fun and Games, David, number 23. Leonard, yeah, Kaspa is going to make people money. BlackRock and Fidelity's deadline is March 15th. Just saying. Show me the money. Wonder when they will come out with the EBT coin from welfare. Are you being serious there? ICP, Bitcoin will 100% hit $1 million. It might take years, but Bitcoin is still the best investment. Pirate, Black Lung, what it do? What up? Bitcoin Live, fellas. That's what's up. Appreciate you tuning into the live stream. Let's go. If you're just joining the pod, be sure to smash the like. Let's get more eyeballs. We got to get over 1,000 people on the stream. Yesterday's pod, we had over 1,200. So that's the record to break for today. And with your help, we can do it. Solana says, feeling boy, 2005. What up, Silas? What does that say? Bio and tech is down today. Oh, snap. Is that a crypto? Or is that an exchange? What is it? Love Sailor, but ETH is clearly the second best, at least at the moment, says Alex. Snapcoin, Elon is a quarter trillionaire, pretty much. That would be 250 billion, right? Set your limit orders once the ETF come out and you'll be locked out of the exchanges. This bull run now, Bitcoin will reach 150,000. I say easy peasy. Personally, I say that's conservative. What do you guys think for a cycle peak? Let me know in the chat. Hit the likes. Thank you, family. It helps a lot. Absolutely. Bitcoin is hope. Amen. Sure is. And without that hope, we wouldn't have much in this chaotic world. Modema is a flat today. Modema. I don't know about that one. I don't mind more FUD, more time to stack. That's right. When there's FUD, we stack sats. Bitcoin is the king. Long live the king. Amen. Hallelujah. Let's go. What up, Lo-Fi Cat? Buy POC. Never heard of that one either. Is that dog going to move? Nope. He's in the astral realm right now. He's channeling Satoshi, and when he gets up, he communicates his signals with us. That's our secret here on the channel. Shh. Don't wake him either. Yo, go live at last. Got it live. That's what's up. Shout out Satoshi Nakamoto. I appreciate ya. It's been 15 years since you invented and released the Genesis block as of yesterday. So happy 15-year Genesis block day for those that missed out on yesterday's pod. Bitcoin is the top dog, the big cheese, the whole enchilada of crypto. There is no second best. That's what's up, Blake. I appreciate that. But anyways, let's kick it off with our Bitcoin technical analysis. Check out some of the charts where the Bitcoin price action is likely to go next. At least we're back above 44,000. So congratulations to all my Bitcoin hodlers. We are up over $1,300 on the day, and we just getting started this 2024. So let's go. So yeah, here we go. Bitcoin stayed lower into January 4th as markets emerged from a 9% Bitcoin price crash. You can thank Matrix Port for that. Data from Cointelegraph showed Bitcoin circling the area of 43,000 before the Wall Street Open, and now we're just above 44. So we're continuing our onwards momentum. You know what I mean? The latest drop that had accompanied an industry claim that U.S. regulators would reject the latest round of the spot Bitcoin ETF apps, continuing a years-long struggle to launch them. No, it's been a decade since the first ETF spot has been denied, and that was actually submitted by the Winklevoss twins literally a decade ago. No specific evidence was provided. The commentators quickly brushed off the idea that the decision had already become known. Subsequent filings by would-be ETF providers further stoked intrigue. These included a securities registration by Fidelity Investments, which soon garnered claims that an approval had arrived. Quoting Marty Party here, breaking, Fidelity just registered an 8A for their Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund. 8A means they are now registered security that can be traded publicly. FBTC ETF is approved. Wow, that's an interesting kicker name, FBTC, right? It's like FU Bitcoin, what? Anyways, update. Next will be the CBOE listing, and I'll update that when. So there you have it. Very interesting. In reacting, James Seyfarth, an analyst at Bloomberg Intelligence, again dismissed the documents as providing proof of an ETF green light. Here's what he said. I am still looking towards next week. So the top ETF analysts are still anticipating the approval by January 10th. Being the deadline. Now, Bitcoin markets thus face little by way of coercive forces, either up or down. Popular trader Dan Crypto Trades eyed a return to the familiar Bitcoin price range from December, telling his subs that they should not expect too much on the shorter time frames. Quoting the analyst here, Bitcoin back near the middle of the range after deviating above. Good to keep watching this range to watch for a potential break. Wouldn't expect too much as long as the price hangs around the mid-range. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the analysts. And fellow trader Jelly was more optimistic, highlighting the key levels that should soon come into play. Quoting him here, price grinding up on the 21-day exponential moving average, while the RSI and the MACD are almost fully reset. ETF news soon. Going to be A big week. Send it. Now, the day prior, Jelly described the current prices as the best buying opportunity in a long time for both Bitcoin and the altcoins. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that sentiment. I agree. I think right now it's a phenomenal buying opportunity. Some of you are still stuck on the low from last year, as Keith Hunt pointed out earlier, which was roughly $16,000, right? When we started the year, because today we're at 44. However, looking into the future, 44 is pretty good deal because you're still below the 69,000 all-time high. It's a substantial discount from the top. Also considering where we're going to be heading this cycle in 2024 and 2025. We have uncharted territory we're entering in, fam, right around the corner. Lower price buy-in means more profit. Exactly. And Michael Saylor says this ETF is the biggest news to hit Wall Street in the past 30 years. Yeah, I mean, so we finally have an asset class with a finite limited supply for the first time in human history that's going to be trading as an ETF. This is big. Yeah, I mean, FBTC buy ETF, whatever their marketing team must have been thinking, right? Isn't it funny? Not sure why they're all excited about. In the short term, the ETF is good. Long term, we are trapped, says Srini. The bull market intros, crypto news alerts will take an hour to get through. The guy is good. She is good. Let's hire both. It is a triple up. Triple it up then. 44 is the new 16. BS Kaizen, says Steven. I agree with Barack. Is osmosis a good buy? The only osmosis I know is reverse osmosis drinking water. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about osmosis. Dogs awake. Oh, there we go. Maybe he's going to give us the signal. Is he licking it again? Whew. It's going to be lit. That's a buy signal, family. If I've ever seen a buy signal, and you got it directly from our mascot, Nipsey. Shout out to Barack. I appreciate you gifting a membership to the channel. It looks like NTH, you've just been blessed with a free membership of the MicroStrategy. So blessings on blessings on blessings. Best ETF ticker is HODL. I agree with that one. I like that one. That's the best ticker you're going to get. And everyone's talking about it, just like we are right now. HODL. What up, Joel? After the ETF, there will be a pullback. 37 to 38 predicts a DJ Polarizer. Welcome, Passive. What up, Gene? Caspa as Silva, Bitcoin as gold. I don't follow the Champions League. Bitcoin is not sports. Crypto is not sports or a job interview. Now that Bitcoin is ETF approved, many people will increase their stake, says Basani. Nipsey is one of the gods. Amen. He sure is. Thank you, K-Jam. Nipsey, salute you. JB, thinking a 46 pump party goes straight towards until the night. Yeah, if we could smash the current high for the year, for the past 21 months, that is, and shout out Pat. Thank you for subbing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. If we can do like 46, absolutely. We'll do a pump watch. An all-nighter again. We did a 14-hour pump watch the other day, and then we did another 11-hour pump watch, so why not? What up, Fiddle Player? Appreciate you subbing, family. Cheers. Welcome, everyone just joining us. Cool Cat Crypto just says, bye, Adam. Pump party tonight. Send it. We may be having a pump party. Still not too late. You can today buy over, what does that say? 26,000 Bitcoin fractions for, was that 10 euros? How much will these fractions be worth in the next 5 to 10 years? Great question, Tony Jeffries. Shout out LFC Liverpool Film Club. Appreciate your support, brother. After ETF, 50 G's, easy peasy. I'm still set on 50,000 this month of January. What do you guys think? 50 G's, yay or nay? What was better in 2023, Solana or Bitcoin? Well, here's my, this is the easy way to tell where you guys are in the markets. 50,000 in January. Is it going to happen? If so, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't believe 50,000 will happen in this month of January, then put a 2 in the chat. 1 if you're a believer, 50 G's this month of January. It's only January 4th. We still got like practically another 4 weeks to go. But let me know if you feel we'll pump another 6,000 minimal. Keep it in mind, there's a really solid chance we get this ETF approval by next week. I'd love to know your thoughts. Put a 1 only if you think we're going to get 50 G's in January. Here we go. 1, 1, 1. Miners recovered nicely today. Nice. Stupid Bitcoin put a 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Cool Cat Crypto put a 2. 1, 1, 1, 1. T-Man put a 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1111. Nathan put a 2, 11111. After ETF 50 Gs, 11111. Good stuff. So safe to say the consensus here in the chat, 90 to 95% of you are saying 50 Gs, baby. Send it. I hope you guys are right. I'd love to see it. I've been calling 50 Gs in January. I think it's a very reasonable target myself. The Outer Banks, thank you for subscribing to the #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod. We appreciate it, family. Skip on down the road. 100 Gs, baby. Oh, you're even more optimistic than me. I love it. 100 Gs by January. Let's go. 2 January months and then a pullback. Oh, 2, I see. 1. Yes, the best. Let's go. Thank you, Jay Bella. Appreciate that. The cycle will be different as several catalysts will pump the Bitcoin price earlier than in the past cycle. Word, 11111. 2, 60 Gs easy. Take profit. Of course, it'll be a pullback, says DJ. Well, there you have it. The people have spoken. I appreciate your feedback, family. 125,000 by next January. I guess that would be January 2025. Smash the likes. Amen. Thank you, Fairgrounds. What up, Geezer? Put a 1 in there. We passed 50 Gs. Next resistance is 57, then 69. After that, there is no resistance. Yes, I like it. I can't wait to enter price discovery mode where we clear out the previous 2021 all-time high of 69,000. It's going to be lit. That's when we're going to approach 6 figures, only a matter of time. I think we hit 6 figures this year. So that's my next question. Last question before we get into our next story. If you feel Bitcoin will hit the big milestone of $100,000 per coin or more in 2024, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't think we're going to hit 6 figures in 2024, put a 2. So if you're a believer, 6 figures in 2024, put a 1. Asta is the Vista, baby. Steven put a 1. 1, Knoxville. Not to be a hater, but we did not pass 46 yet. Oh, but we will. We will. Jersey Bean put a 1. Keith put a 1. It's all a conspiracy. There you go, Bango. 1111111. A Reg Ether 1. Stupid put a 2. Michael put a 2. Cool Cat put a 2. 1111. Most Def. 111111. 150 Gs, baby. Send it. There we go. What up, Treasure Christie? Good to see you. Michael got a 2. NFT 1111. 1. Raven 1. Jeffrey 1. Kiwi 2. G-Man 1. So the consensus is, I'd say 90% of you also believe we're going to see 6 figures this year. I love it. I'm also predicting 6 figures this year, but I think we hit the cycle peak the following year in 2025. I think it'll be a multiple 6-figure price action. What do you guys think? But anyways, keep the comments aflowing. I greatly appreciate all the interaction, family. But let's dive into our next story of the day. We just discussed the latest Bitcoin technical analysis. Now let's discuss this headline. Elon Musk won't be the richest person. The Bitcoin goes above $1 million. That's right. Satoshi for sure will be a trillionaire. That's 1. Now, Bitcoin creator Satoshi is assumed to hold around 1.1 million Bitcoin, worth 46 billion as of today. This means the world's richest person and the first trillionaire might not be Elon if Bitcoin ever reaches that high 6-figure range. Meanwhile, other prominent Bitcoin holders have also made billions from the rise in Bitcoin over the past 15 years. One of the most notable examples is the MicroStrategy CEO, Mr. Saylor, who is up a whopping $2.6 billion on his Bitcoin investment. Not too shabby. So how high would the Bitcoin price be for a Bitcoin billionaire such as MicroStrategy CEO, Michael Saylor, to become the world's richest person? Let's discuss it. Several factors must be considered to explore the possibility of Saylor overtaking Elon as the wealthiest person in the world, with Bitcoin prices rising. Namely, Saylor's total Bitcoin holdings and Elon Musk's net worth, and exclude his own possible Bitcoin and likely Dogecoin stacks for this theoretical exercise. Latest data shows Saylor's total Bitcoin holdings amount to 206,882, which clearly includes MicroStrategy's 189,000 BTC and his own stash of 17,732 BTC. And according to Forbes, Elon's net worth, on the other hand, is approximately 219 billion, which is roughly $250 billion. To calculate the Bitcoin price necessary for Saylor's net worth to surpass Musk, we need to find the price per Bitcoin that would value Saylor's holdings past 219 billion. So let's break down the calculation, which you can try. Here we go. Michael Saylor's personal Bitcoin holdings, again, 17,770 or 32. MicroStrategy, 189,000. The total Bitcoin holdings, his company and personal stash, 206,882 BTC, roughly valued at 9 billion today. And then we got Elon's net worth of 219 billion. So here we go. 7-figure price prediction to surpass Elon's net worth of approximately 220 billion. The price of Bitcoin would need to reach approximately $1 million per coin. This is a substantial 24x increase from the current Bitcoin prices, but it would nevertheless align with numerous price predictions. At the same time, this reflects the remaining big gap in net worth between the two entrepreneurs. It is important to note that this scenario is hypothetical and depends on various factors, including Bitcoin's market dynamics, Elon's fluctuating net worth, and Michael Saylor maintaining his Bitcoin holdings. And additionally, such a dramatic rise in the Bitcoin price would likely have far-reaching implications for the crypto market and global financial systems. So there you have it. Let's also speculate here and have some fun. Who else do you think owns the most Bitcoin personally? Not companies, not exchanges, but here's the people that come off the top of my mind right now. I believe Max Keiser clearly owns more Bitcoin than MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor combined. He's an early adopter. He was already a millionaire before promoting Bitcoin in 2011. You know what I mean? He was an insider in Wall Street, journalist, the Keiser report. So if I was to guess, I would guess, just guess, speculation, that Max is sitting on just as much Bitcoin as Satoshi himself, making Max Keiser one of the largest hodlers of Bitcoin on the planet, which would mean, hypothetically speaking, if Bitcoin hit $1 million per coin, as we're discussing, then if you own and hold 1 million Bitcoin, 1 million times a million is $1 trillion. So could Max Keiser become the first trillionaire? That would be pretty lit. Now, who are some other guys? We know CZ, one of the largest hodlers of crypto. They say his net worth went up $25 billion just in 2023, the same year he stepped down as the CEO of Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange. So let me know your thoughts on that. But I know CZ is very wealthy, clearly, because it's all publicly displayed. But Max is on the low. I think he is probably one of the largest hodlers of Bitcoin besides Satoshi. Da Vinci, I know he's up there, of course, because he was preaching Bitcoin back when it was $1, telling us to buy it. But I don't think he has anywhere near the amount that some of these other guys have. But he's definitely up there. Jamie Dimon, wouldn't be surprised. Pocahontas probably owns a lot. Wouldn't be shocked. $1 million is $1 trillion. I think so. I did the math before. Correct me if I'm wrong, but $1 million times 1 million. Tell me if that's not $1 trillion. So I think it is. Shamath P is up there. Absolutely. We got Tim Draper is up there. He has the large personal stash he bought from the U.S. government. Kathy Wood must be up there. I don't know company-wise versus her personal stash. My Rumble is showing your live show upcoming. Did you not? No, I did hit the button to stream on both platforms, but sometimes it doesn't always work. Typically it does. So good to note. If it didn't work, my apologies. It wasn't, obviously, I meant to go live on both platforms. I set it up. I took the time to set it up on both platforms. It must have not worked in my streaming software. Sometimes that happens. Simon, quite possibly. Simon, who's that? Simon Dixon. Shout out to the real Gary Gensler. Sup, kids, checking all docs. And the ETF is looking good. Thank you, Gary. We got the real Gary Gensler. He says that the docs are looking good. The ETF is likely to come. He gives us an update each and every show. So we appreciate Gary Gensler for chiming in. Even though I talk a lot of trash about him, he still, has good faith here and supports the show. So thank you, Gary. Christy says, I will be the first Bitcoin trillionaire. Send it. Satoshi does not exist. Well, those Bitcoin exist in those wallets. Saylor and MicroStrategy has way more than Kathy and ARK. Can they inflate Bitcoin supply on paper as they do with gold? They could do that. Market manipulation with derivatives and ETFs. They can. 1 trillion is equivalent to what? I can't even see that number in words. We can say that 1 million is, therefore, 1 trillion has 12 zeros. 1 trillion Are there any vaccine research cryptos? Thanks, Gary, you rat. You rat bastard. This channel is growing fast. Thank you, Sir Monta. We appreciate everyone's support. I am the real Gary Gensler. Oh, snap. Now we got Gary Wars each and every day claiming who's the real Gary. So shout out to the real Gary Gensler and Gary Gensler. We don't even know who's the real deal no more. Can't keep up. Hal Finney. God bless his soul. What up, Crypto News Alerts? Finally able to break away from work. Cheers to that, breaking away from work and unplugging from the Matrix and spending time with your boy on the live stream, Michael Brown. So what that means, only 1 to 3 people could have 1 million. Carl, there's only so many million Bitcoins to go around. You know what I mean? The finite limited supply is 21 mil. There's already 18.5 million in circulation. Pocahontas and Pelosi, where is the dog? January 10th. Oh, man. You guys are awesome. Welcome, Chad. Steven says Satoshi is estimated to hold between 794,000 and 1.1 million BTC, which represents roughly 5.3% of all the circulating Bitcoin. However, that's the exact amount. Thank you. And we know Michael Saylor's goal with MicroStrategy is to hold 5% of the circulating supply of Bitcoin, which means they need roughly 1 million Bitcoin. Right now they have 200,000 and they own roughly 1% of the Bitcoin supply. So to own 5%, you need roughly 1 million Bitcoin, just like Satoshi. Please stand up. No Clarity Gary has multiple personality channels. He sure does. How many are left in circulation? I think right now there's 18.5 million. So there's another... what is that? A couple million yet to go. The last Bitcoin will be mined in the year 2140. What is your specs for people something? I don't know what that means. Sup from El Zante. Shout out to Julius. Appreciate you, Julius. There are only 16 million, says Adam. Why do they need an ETF when they could trade MSTR stock? The same thing. Seriously, says Keith. Please stand up. Thank you for all what you do. You're very welcome, Mr. Gonzalez. Bruce Lee would have owned Bitcoin, and Chuck Norris owns all of the supply, from what I hear. He owns 22 million coins. How he did it, don't even ask. There's only one real Slim Shady. Oh, there's only one Shady Gensler. That's right. There's only one real Shady Gensler. Isn't there 7 million sitting in the account somewhere? And on that note, shout out to Cleto. I appreciate you subbing to the pod family. But let's break down our next story of the day. We still got a lot to go through. The focus here is ETFs because we're all anticipating this ETF approval by this time next week. So let's break this one down. Tuttle Capital proposes 6 ETFs that magnify the spot Bitcoin ETF performance. ETF issuer Tuttle Capital Management filed for 6 proposed leverage and inverse Bitcoin ETFs with the US SEC in hopes of offering magnified returns from a spot Bitcoin ETF. Tuttle filed 3 N1A forms with the SEC on January 3rd, which are filings used by investment companies to create new open-ended mutual funds. Bloomberg Intelligence ETF analyst Henry Jim shared the filings on X on the same day, noting an effective date of March 18th, 2024. Quoting him here, "We have filings for 6 leveraged Bitcoin ETFs already. Don't even have a spot ETF approved yet, but Tuttle Capital waits for no one," as he shares here. And that is very interesting, to say the least, because we don't really care about futures ETFs, but clearly they do. The Bitcoin ETF apps include T-Rex. Oh my God, for real? We're doing the dinosaur theme here? Oh my God. Anyways, the funds seek daily inverse leverage or long leverage investment results of up to 150%. For the 1.5x product, the 200% for the 2x product. Tuttle plans to initially use BlackRock's Perspective iShares Spot Bitcoin ETF as the underlying reference for swap agreements, but says it may change the reference asset in the future. Shout out to the real Gary Gensler. He says, Bitcoin running, leak in my office. Yeah, it happens, Gary. It happens, brother. The funds are riskier than alternatives that do not use leverage because the funds magnify the performance of their underlying security, according to the filings. Tuttle hasn't yet disclosed the proposed ticker symbol or set a management fee. As shared here, it was only a matter of time. I mean, now we got the 1.5x inverse spot. We have the 1.5x long spot. We have the 1.75x inverse spot. this is kind of getting out of hand if you're to ask me. But anyways, what are your thoughts on that? Tuttle currently has 7 listed ETFs and 96 million bucks in total assets, according to data from Stock Analysis. And amongst its listed products, which I just mentioned, the T-Rex 2X Long, Tesla Daily Target, and the T-Rex TX Long, NVIDIA Daily Target ETF. So there you have it. What are your thoughts on that, family? Let me know. Back to the chat. A Clark, what it do? Rev in Chinese numerology. This is the dragon year. Dinos are close enough. Wow, and look at the pumpage, baby. 45 incoming. You already know. Let's go. Bitcoin now up almost $1,800 on the daily, trading above 44.4. When JV goes live, we pump. That's thanks to this community. So thank you, family. Pump the likes, and we'll continue pumping the price. Nipsey is up. He was just channeling Satoshi. Look at him going crazy right now. Here's what he's channeling to me right now using telepathy. He's saying, yo, pump the likes on the stream right now. Make sure to subscribe. And he says, Satoshi will continue pumping the price of Bitcoin. You're all getting a raise this year in 2024. Let's freaking go. He also says the ETF is inevitable, but don't even focus on that. He said, we're going to focus on the halving. You know what I mean? So I'm all for what Satoshi tells me to do. Listen to what Nipsey's telling us to do right now. When JV goes live, we pump. Watch. Yeah, we may be having a pump watch this evening, fam. Let's go. Yeah, appreciate that. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subs. I stacked heavy yesterday. Pump it up. May and saying, well done, family. 44.4. Let's get stupid on the likes. There you go. 700 candle on the M15. Oh, the 15-minute chart. That's what's up. Now with that, there's the dragon, the symbol again. No, JV, how much you make off of YouTube a month? It's irrelevant. A bad month, a few $100s. A good month, a few $1,000s. If licks his sack, that means we'll get 50,000 by February. So keep watching the mascot. Let's celebrate the first super live on stream. Congratulations, Santiago Gonzalez. We appreciate you supporting the show, family, and sending your first super. It says ETF tomorrow. I like that. ETF tomorrow. Send it. Let's go. I got you, says Cryptolution. There is no second best. The dog's back. Where my dogs at? We right here, dog. Not you. Make like 20 G's, baby. He also says I'm going to... You guys are awesome. Smashing the like, stacking the sats. Cheers, Clark. I appreciate you subbing to the pod, family. Hi from the UK. Shout out to Tony Smith. What it do? Josh Runge. What up? AVAX. AVA Max. Let's go. What up, Leonard? Can YouTube pay you in Bitcoin? No. Google doesn't pay in Bitcoin. They send a carrier with a check to the house. That's how YouTube and Google get down. You get a hand-delivered check from Google. Extend the stream out another hour, we might see 45. I may, because I just got word that the stream on Rumble never went through. I thought we would be on Rumble and YouTube right now. So I may just hang out extra today for the Q&A on YouTube because the stream never went off on Rumble, unfortunately. My apologies to the Rumble fam. Happiness Booster, what it do? Thanks for subbing to the pod, family. Let's get this mofo lit, though. If I'm going to stick around and hang out extra, we got to get the likes up because these are rookie numbers. There is no second best. Amen. We love JV. Thank you, K Joe. I love you too, fam. What happens when there is no more Bitcoin to buy? That's mission accomplished. Maybe I won't need to be on a podcast no more. Because when that happens, Bitcoin's going to be $10 million per coin. U.S. government just made buying Bitcoin on Coinbase a lot harder. Can anyone recommend decentralized exchange? That's a great question. What decentralized exchanges do you recommend, family? Let us know. I can definitely feel 50 G's by the end of next week. Send it. Shout out Santiago Gonzalez. I appreciate the supers, family. Shout out to Michael Brown for supporting the channel by joining the HODL gang. Shout out to our entire members here, all the HODL gang, all the MicroStrategy. You know what I mean? All the fam. Appreciate you. Preach JV. Cheers, OG. I appreciate you guys. What it do? Off the wall family. Welcome, Bob. Welcome, Rev. Much love, family. Dog is out, just like Jamie Dimon. Dog is out cold. You You guys are awesome. We still got a lot to share. Keep the pumps coming. We're going to get over 1,000 people on the stream, and we're going to get to 45,000 maybe. Let's see. But let's break down our next story of the day because I still got a lot of news to cover. Here's the latest with the GBTC slash Grayscale and VanEck ETFs and what is happening right now. While awaiting a decision from the US SEC, asset manager Grayscale Investments and VanEck have filed notices with the financial regulator. They intended to register shares of the spot Bitcoin ETF fund on stock exchanges. In a separate January 4th filing with the SEC, the VanEck Bitcoin Trust and Grayscale Bitcoin Trust used the 8A to register their shares as securities listed on the CBOE, BZX Exchange, and New York Stock Exchange ARCA, respectively. The filings, part of registering an ETF with the SEC, followed a similar registration from the Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund on January 3rd. Multiple spot Bitcoin investment vehicle applications are in the SEC's pipeline, as many in the space expect the commission to decide on the potential approval within the next week. Some speculate that the SEC can approve multiple listings ahead of January 10th deadline for the spot ETF offering from ARK Invest and 21 shares. Now, the Form 8A filings, while a forward move for registering these ETFs did not necessarily suggest that the SEC will approve the listings, Bloomberg analyst James Seyfarth shared on X that people should be on the lookout for approvals with the 19B4 form and completed S1 document. Now, Grayscale's chief legal officer, Craig Salam, and CEO Michael Sonnenschein both posted ambiguous messages on X amid speculation that the SEC would reach a decision soon. Here's what Craig shared. Just filling out some forms, and Sonnenschein shared, big work week. Now, the SEC has never approved a spot Bitcoin ETF for listing and trading on a U.S.-based exchange. Multiple asset managers, including BlackRock, the largest firm with roughly $9 trillion in assets under management, Bitwise, Fidelity, Valkyrie, WisdomTree, and Vesco, have applications for spot Bitcoin and Ether ETFs with the SEC. Crypto traders in the U.S. have been able to get exposure to investment vehicles tied to the Bitcoin futures since 2021, when the SEC approved an offering from ProShares. In contrast, Canadian regulators approved a spot Bitcoin ETF from Purpose Investments in 2021. So there you have it, my crypto fam. Shout out Robert Skeels. I appreciate you subbing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Let's get this mofo lit. We're up over $1,500 on the day. Bitcoin is pumping. You gotta love it. Respect the pump. Coinbase limits your purchasing at first, says Keith. I can convert buy Bitcoin on Coinbase right now, but you said you cannot buy it, asks NFT Schiller. Joe says the UK can do one. Use the exchange that doesn't require the KYC and transfer to hardware wallet ASAP. Can I take my crypto out of Robinhood and put it in a cold wallet? I recommend you do so. If any exchange doesn't allow you to remove your crypto from their exchange, I would find yourself a new exchange. You know what I mean? Coinbase is too expensive. The app is meh, says Bobby Digital. Bobby Digi, yeah, you know who is he. Exodus is the best wallet, says Michael Brown. It connects to the Trezor. That's a computer wallet, right? Sup, fam? Raining cold day here in Canada. I hold funds in the Purpose ETF. That's what's up, Baller Bill. Mexico's lowest fee. Oh, MEXC. Lowest, highest fee profits. Okay, so that's another exchange option for you guys. What are your favorite exchanges? Let me know. MEXC is keeping people's money. If you win too much trading, that's not a good look. There's a lot of shady exchanges out there, just like casinos. They'll accept as much crypto as you put in, and as soon as you go to withdraw, you know what I mean? Red flag. They don't allow it. That's not a good look. I wouldn't use any exchange that limits how much you can withdraw or makes it challenging for you to take your profits. Not cool. Can BlackRock sell Bitcoin without holding Bitcoin? Theoretically, they're supposed to hold on to the asset in which they are selling, and Coinbase is supposed to be the custodian. However, who knows? We will soon find out. Yes, Kraken is good. I hear good things about Kraken myself. Shout out to Jesse Powell. Coinbase says Van 3D word built bit 100% non-KYC. You just got to be careful with some of those exchanges. D Money, what it do? Because obviously if there's no KYC, that means they don't care about following the regulations from the regulators. And if they're not following that, they could be shady, clearly. What up, Ant Cramp? Appreciate you subbing to the pod, family. KYC is know your customer. That is correct. I'm using Robinhood. Too bad they didn't have Solana when I invested. I would have made a mill. INJ's up 14%, FET up 9%, Sol 8%, all in the last 24 hours. Let's go. Yeah, give him a like so he makes more money. There you go. No, give me likes has nothing to do with making more money. When you give me a like, it gets more eyeballs on the channel, but I guess theoretically I'll get more ad revenue, so you are right. Been using them for years, says Pat. Favorite cold storage wallet. I dig the Trezor still. I'm old school. Rock my homie out in Queens. No Rumble today. Let's extra smash the likes. Yes, there's not going to be a Rumble today. I had the intentions of rumbling today. As we usually stream simultaneously on both platforms, I took the time to set both up, but for some reason, my streaming software didn't kick off on Rumble, so we're just on YouTube today. I'll hang out extra for you guys to make up for it. Coinbase can do one. If you guys can help me out, if anyone's on Rumble, let them know in the chat, because I can't do it while I'm streaming live right now. But let the chat know there is some technical difficulty. Unfortunately, I can't do the stream on Rumble, but we're going to spend extra time on YouTube. So invite them here if anyone's on Rumble. I appreciate it. Elapal Titan, best cold wallet, says Cool Cat. Tony says Trezor. KYC basically means we will tax you if you are American. Bingo. Well said, Leonard. You know governments love their KYCs. Appreciate your lives, man. I appreciate you, Crypto Rob. Cheers, fam. Robinhood still does not have Solana. Why is that? That's interesting. Great Alex Jones Max vid yesterday. Glad you enjoyed it. We did a react session to the new Alex Jones interview with Max and Stacy. It was pretty lit. Block all the haters, JV. Hit that like, y'all. Thank you, OG Blockchain. You the man. I cannot close my Robinhood account because I got a penny stuck in there. No way. What up, Zion? What it do? Macro Washington. Gemini is a great exchange. Oski. Robinhood holds their cryptos in cold storage. Seems pretty safe, honestly. What up, Frank the Tank Degen? What up, Brian? Good to see you guys. Anyways, we still got lots more to cover. Keep smashing the likes. Keep the comments lit. I appreciate it. But let's dive into our next story of the day and discuss the latest with ETF versus self-custody. And then we'll dive into our feature story of the day, discuss the latest conspiracy with the Bitcoin ETF delays and what's really going on behind closed doors right now. You know what I mean? So here we go. Spot Bitcoin ETF versus self-custody. Is there a conflict? As the crypto community holds its collective breath. Anticipation of the potential approval of spot Bitcoin ETF in the US, Trezor Bitcoin analyst Joseph has argued that such products could take people further from self-custody. However, many industry observers don't see a direct confrontation between the concept of a spot Bitcoin ETF and self-custody. That's right, because there's two different purposes, right? The spot Bitcoin ETF is an investment product that tracks the price of Bitcoin by holding Bitcoin and allows investors to buy and sell Bitcoin through a traditional brokerage account. And unlike a Bitcoin ETF, which offers indirect exposure to BTC, self-custodial solutions enable one to own Bitcoin directly, with users taking sole responsibility for holding the private key to access the assets. And shout out to Crypto Rob. Welcome to the HODL gang. Now, Cointelegraph spoke to several executives and analysts in the industry to find out whether they agree with Joseph on this issue and found that not many do. Most said they believe that these different methods of exposure to Bitcoin do not compete with one another. Quoting them here, ETFs are funds and institutional investors that are unable to hold the underlying asset, said Jan3 CEO Samson Mao. However, the situation will change over time, and institutions can transform their mandates to be able to hold the underlying Bitcoin. Some retail investors may also buy ETFs to add to tax efficiency structures, but holding real Bitcoin is what most people should do. Amen. Quoting Samson here, ETFs don't really compete with Bitcoin. They are a poor substitute for the underlying asset. However, they are useful as a bridge solution as legacy finance adapts to the new Bitcoin reality. Now, David Gerard, author of the book, Attack of the 50-Foot Blockchain, I got to read that, has voiced a similar stance. Holding keys is something for serious Bitcoin enthusiasts or traders who are cautious about the risks of keeping keys. I don't see how they'll conflict, he said, adding that these ETFs are treating Bitcoin as a dollar derivative so as to get more dollars, he stated. You could do both. There are Bitcoin enthusiasts in the finance world without issue I think. Now, Leah Wald, the co-founder and CEO of Valkyrie, one of the applicants for the spot Bitcoin ETF in the US, gave a similar take. It is not a conflict. It is more a matter of preference. Some investors will prefer to self-custody their Bitcoin, while other investors want access to the potential of Bitcoin via an ETF that alleviates the burdens that come with self-custody. Now, Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Balchunas compared Bitcoin to gold in an interview, quoting him here. Gold is the exact same way. Some people like to actually get gold bars and store them in the basement. The ETF market is for people who want exposure but don't want to be bothered with the hassle like the wallet or buying gold bars in case of gold. Then you got to get a safe and put the bars in the safe. And most people aren't into that, he noted. Balchunas also said that he doesn't self-custody Bitcoin because he doesn't trust himself to keep the keys safe or risk forgetting them. Jesus Christ, quoting him here, I can't even remember my Amazon password, so I would never self-custody Bitcoin. And I think most people are in the same boat. Now, I disagree. I would say most of you guys are the opposite and probably more like me, and that you prefer self-custody and that you depend upon yourself and the fact that you could remember where you store your private keys. Let me know your sentiment regarding this statement in the comments. Now, Trezor's analyst also shared in December of 2023 that he believes the spot Bitcoin ETF in the US can trigger fundamental problems related to the original vision of Bitcoin by its anonymous creator, Mr. Nakamoto. Spot Bitcoin ETFs take people further from self-custody and potentially introduce a systemic risk, as ETFs will be safer on the surface than the exchanges. There you go. So what's your thoughts on all of this? Let me know in the comments right down below. If you're a proponent for self-custody, put a 1. Now, if you believe your crypto is safer in an ETF because you don't trust yourself as the custodian, put a 2. So again, if you are a fan of self-custody because you trust yourself in storing your private keys, put a 1. If you don't trust yourself and you think it's safer to use an ETF or even an exchange, put a 2. And we're going to see first and foremost what the consensus is here with the Crypto News Alerts family. 111. Come on. Self-custody, 11. 11. As if one could not learn to self-custody. I know. It takes about 5 minutes to learn how. So it's pretty lazy to not want to learn how to self-custody your crypto, fam. Just saying. Silas put a 2. Virtually everyone else is putting a 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. We got another 2 off the wall family. 1 and 2 for my mom. That's because you need to self-custody for your mom. 1, 2, 1, 2. A mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 1, 2, but I'm a 1. 2, too many scams on the exchanges. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. 1 plus 2, self-custody is a little safer, but Schwab has also been safe to hold GBTC. 1, 1, and 2, 1, 9, 1, 1. Oh no, scares me. 1 half, 1, 1. Excuse me. There's no way to regulate self-custody. Bitcoin is a worldwide asset. Amen. That's why they're going to try to ban self-custody. We're going to get to that conspiracy here shortly. 1, 1, 1. 2 for only taking debt on. 1, 1, 69. Do not self-custody for your mom or anyone, says Matt. I am mega late today. I don't know why everyone is spamming 1s. Tony, put a 1 if you're a proponent of self-custody. Put a 2 if you prefer keeping it on an exchange or in an ETF to be a custodian for you. So we're seeing the sentiment right now. Pig eyes, magic, bushes, offer measured detail. What? What are you preaching there, Dylan? Exchanges get hacked, so 2. With FTX, Celsius, and Voyager, I learned the hard way. 1. Greedy Sab put a 4, whatever that means. 420? Yes. Sign me up. 911. 1 only for yourself. 420. They can seize an ETF. They can't seize my keys. That's the fact. They sure can. Frank the Tank Degen, not your keys, not your coins. I'm a 1.67. Can someone give me a membership? Actually, I am 8020. Shout out to Nina. I appreciate you subbing to the #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod. Not your keys, not your cheese. 1 Concite Cold Card. There you go, Christy. Shout out to Cold Cards. They're pretty lit cold storage devices. Seed phrase, $100 of ETH. Don't let exchanges cuck you. I will happily custody your crypto. Don't fall for that one either, if anyone offers you that. 21 mil, says Carlos. 10. 8 for Lamar Jackson. ETFs will never be your coins. It's merely price exposure. Correct. You're ultimately getting an IOU version or digital version that says you have something, but not your keys, not your coins. We preach that every day here on the channel. But anyways, family, we're an hour into the stream. We need to get into our featured story of the day. So what are we going to do next? Here's our featured story of the day. BlackRock Bitcoin ETF delay conspiracy exposed by the one and only high priest, Max Keiser. He tweeted here, I think it was this morning, let's see, 12:38 p.m., January 4th. Yes. So here's what Max tweeted. Source: a delay in Bitcoin ETF listing connected to coordination with possible anti-self-custody laws. And he also made some other alarming tweets throughout the weeks. He wrote on December 20th at 9 p.m., which got 887,000 views. In 40 years of finance, I have never seen such a coordination and cooperation by so many financial institutions working hand in glove with regulators and politicians as I'm seeing with the coming wave of Bitcoin ETFs. I think we may be in for an unwelcome surprise. And let's continue down the rabbit hole. Seems like all these Bitcoin ETFs have agreed to cash in, cash out. Investors will track the price, but have no claim on actual BTC, a fiat money version of Bitcoin. Simultaneously, Washington is apparently looking to ban self-custody. That's right, referring to like that bill from Elizabeth Warren. Now, if this is true, it's exceptional due to the size of the highly coordinated bait and switch by Wall Street and Washington. The best way to beat this is to move to Bitcoin country, El Salvador. And this was off the back of the news that Swan launched here. Just in, firms are anticipating a decision from the SEC on Bitcoin spot ETFs shortly after January 8th. They are optimistic about the approval, but with a caveat. Unlike typical ETFs, this Bitcoin spot ETF would require shares to be purchased exclusively with cash. This requirement stems from the SEC's concerns about ETFs potentially being used for money laundering. And yeah, very interesting, as if the US dollar isn't used every day for illicit activity, such as money laundering, just as if JP Morgan Chase, the world's largest bank in the United States, that is, didn't have to pay over $38 billion worth of fines over the years for things like illicit use of their money, such as money laundering. But hey, I digress. Max continues, the timing of this is also interesting. A conspiracy theorist might say the 69,370 BTC are now a key part of the collateral backing these ETF rollouts. The government and proxies get the benefit of price appreciation on their actual Bitcoin as billions flow into the new fake Bitcoin ETFs. And this was off the back of the news that Gaber Gerbach shared here. U.S. Appeals Court approved the forfeiture of 69,370 BTC from the Silk Road case, which we covered here in the pod. People are speculating if and when the U.S. government would sell the coins. I wonder why one that can just print money would sell hard assets. Just a thought, and I think that's a great thought. What do you guys think about that? And let's continue down the rabbit hole. GBTC has approximately 600,000 BTC, making them the largest hodler of Bitcoin on paper in the world. I heard that number was closer to 620,000, just FYI. Now, the deal with the government to get ETF approval via the SEC and Gensler, and remember Barry, referring to Barry Silbert, has been caught engaging in accounting irregularities, so needs a friend in the Department of Justice, is to make those Bitcoin easily available to the government in certain circumstances, like an economic emergency that is 100% already baked into the cake. Now, interestingly enough, Barry Silbert has stepped down as the head or CEO, whatever his position was, over at Grayscale /GBTC Genesis, which makes it all that much more interesting. Max also shares here, this is highly unusual, supports my theory, we'll find out soon enough, and that's off the back of this news. The SEC is holding rare conference call, which was a couple of weeks back, with all the spot Bitcoin ETF applicants, and that was reported, the big meetup, and to discuss it's only going to be accepting ETF apps for cash in, cash out, which should be pretty alarming. He also tweeted here, this is unprecedented, off the back of the news. news with all these major asset managers meeting with the SEC. And let's continue. Like the Sprott Physical Gold ETF, El Salvador's Bitcoin ETF will give investors a Bitcoin exit with the actual BTC. This will put the 13 Bitcoin ETFs to be listed in the United States to shame. So what he's ultimately hinting at here is that El Salvador is going to launch a real spot Bitcoin ETF with Bitcoin in and Bitcoin out. That's going to put to shame all the rest. And I think he shared a few more things in regards to this. So let's continue with the tweets. Good news. We're looking into a Bitcoin ETF to list here in El Salvador. Shout out El Salvador and Bukele. That will allow Bitcoin in and Bitcoin out. This will be a unique product in the world. All 13 Bitcoin ETFs waiting for the listing in the US are cash in, cash out, just fiat versions of Bitcoin. And we all know what we think about fiat here on the channel, family. Trash. Now, he also wrote here, breaking the holiday season, El Salvador achieves a milestone. More people are fleeing the United States and migrating to El Salvador. Reverse migration is picking up speed. And the El Salvador Bitcoin ETF will be the real Bitcoin, not fake Bitcoin like BlackRock. So there you go. He's basically calling them out. So I got a lot of respect for Max, as he's an insider. And also wrote, another way to get exposure to El Salvador's incredible growth story. I'm getting great feedback with a plan to take the El Salvador Stock Exchange public in 2024 via Bitfinex Securities here in El Salvador. We're also looking to list a real Bitcoin ETF with Bitcoin in and Bitcoin out as well. Not like these fake ETFs like BlackRock. So there you have it. And let's continue with some more tweets. So Kathy Wood shared something, quoting her here. A spot Bitcoin ETF will be the most liquid way to access exposure to Bitcoin. And Max blew the whistle. False. This is misleading. All the new spot Bitcoin ETFs give investors exposure to a proxy instrument that tracks the price of Bitcoin, but no access to actual Bitcoin. And Max is right. It's cash in, cash out. You get the IOU equivalent. Now, this is Samson Mao retweeted this from Ben Van Hool. Regarding the ETFs, it's not that complicated. Constant additions by applicants and reviews by SEC. Pressure from legal cases. Issuers are spending on commercials already. That's right. We got the Bitwise commercials with the most interesting man in the world. And then you have the Hashdex commercials. And there's a few other ones that were just recently released that we cover here in the show. Some are even funding already. Correct. BlackRock's already funding their ETF, and many of the others are, which we have covered in previous episodes. The SEC is meeting with the exchanges. Institutions are screaming for a way to invest into Bitcoin. Weird things can happen, but a 90 to 99% certainty is not crazy. Now, Samson made a good point here. He tweeted this just the other day. Nipsey don't look, because he likes to chase cats. You don't sell your Bitcoin just because a prediction article said that the ETFs will be denied. That's right, because the entire market crashed. $3,000 Bitcoin crashed at least, along with the entire market, just off the back of that one FUD article. Yeah, I mean, from Matrixport. So I no longer have respect for Matrixport, because the day prior, they were talking about it's inevitable. Bitcoin will get the ETF and we will reach $50,000 in the month of January. 24 hours later, they released that FUD piece and they said, oh, it's getting denied. We're not going to get any ETF this quarter, and we're lucky if we maintain above 40,000. So yeah, shame on you if you actually listen to the FUD. The cats are telling you straight up. Now, Bitcoin ETF race will push the issuers to disclose their addresses as well, according to Samson Mao. But I want to know your thoughts regarding this breaking news from Max that a delay in the Bitcoin ETF listing is connected to coordination with possible anti-self-custody laws. Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to read some more of your comments out loud and enter our Q&A segment of the channel. We got now over 900 people here on the show, so smash those likes. My goal is to get over 1,000 on the stream. We appreciate it, and we're super close, and we're pumping. So I'm going to stick out or hang out, stick out. I'm going to hang out a little extra longer for you today too, because we're pumping, and this is, you know what I mean, pretty exciting. Heading into 2024, I knew it was going to be lit, and it already is. So bring it. The ETF companies must hold the Bitcoin representing all the shares. The Coinbase test is easy enough. Different tank. We are better off buying toilet paper rather than the cash in, cash out ETF. What was that cat left pawed? Slapping hard. He was a southpaw. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, welcome, JB. Bukele has rid El Salvador of all the cartels. They're in prison. El Salvador has become the safest country in Central America, and it is not like it used to be. Amen. When I lived in Costa Rica back in the day, they're like, I was traveling through Central America, visiting, Nicaragua, Panama, everywhere I can. They said, don't travel to El Salvador. It's too dangerous. It's the homicide capital of the world. Don't visit, whatever you do. Now, it's amongst the safest place in the Americas. Incredible what Bukele has done. So mad respect. Little Gun Bear, thank you for subbing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. I appreciate that, family. Thank you, the Haligio. I appreciate you subbing, fam. Most Cardano, something. I don't even think you're right in English. Max needs to shut up. None of this matters. The ETFs have to hold Bitcoin. All he's doing is creating distractions, says Barek. What up, boys? Joining in late today. Welcome, Todd Ferris. Cardano and XRP are stable coins. Seems to be that way. Sup, JV? Had a good long holiday. Now it's Bitcoin time. Welcome back, Squirrel Bait. I've missed you, brother. How you been? Shout out to Jim Buster. I appreciate you subbing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. We're pumping, so pump that mofo up. Pump the likes. Nipsey says Satoshi just came to him in a vision and said the more pumps, likes, subs that we get on Crypto News Alerts, the more he's going to send the Bitcoin price action higher. If you want to see 45,000 recaptured today, pump the likes. You know what to do. Hold 48. Hold on for dear life. Hodl be thy name. What up, Track? Let's go. What up, JV? Shout out to the Crypto News Alerts fam. No show today on Rumble. We typically do the after party there. For some reason, the streaming software didn't work properly and we're only on YouTube today. So I'm going to hang out extra on YouTube. If you like that, make some noise. What up, Zocor? Appreciate that. Shout out to Rob Morgan. I appreciate you sending your third super ever live on the stream, supporting the channel. Much love. Nipsey's been hitting the gummies and the bong. What up, Rashad? Thanks you for the sub. Appreciate it. Yeah. Megadon, what up? Okay, good. Love your streams. You know what I mean? Welcome. What up, J-Dub? How you been, brother? Good to see you as well. Let's see if we can hit 45 on the stream. Let's go. Yes, and if we can break 46, we'll do a pump watch this evening. That's the key. We got to get 46, which would be a new 21-month high. Straight out of El Salvador. Let's go. Super bad. What up, my man? Shout out to T. Dillard. Appreciate you. This is such a healthy climb. Amen. Cardano to $6, says Dylan. Fire. Put your lighters in the air. Here we go. Get that chat lit, family. I appreciate it. CBD gummies for Nipsey. Amen. Melanek said that the approvals will probably come tomorrow. Whoa, tomorrow. Are you ready? What's going to happen to the price if we get the approval tomorrow? Tell me, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think we instantly just pass 50 Gs? If you're anticipating that, let me know. Off the back of the approval of the ETFs, do you think we'll hit 50 Gs within 24 hours from the time of the approval? If so, put a 1 in the chat. If you think within 1 week from the time of the approval, within 24 hours, put a 1. Let me know. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate that, family. 50 Gs inbound. Corey, send it. What up, Kepler? Appreciate the lighters in the air. That's what's up. We got roughly 900 people on the stream right now. Everyone put your lighters up as if we're at a Wu-Tang concert. Let's go. 55 Gs, baby. Yeah. Pump dump, says Max. ETF approval will pump the price to 50 Gs. 1, by the way. Word. 111. Here we go. So you guys are anticipating 50 Gs here within the next week because we're likely to get the approval next week. Lazy, what up? Fat Gamer. What a lit username. I appreciate you subbing to the pod. You guys are amazing. Yes, we're going to get 50 Gs. You already know. No more Mickey D's at 50 Gs. The ETF approval isn't priced in my opinion. I agree. There's no way that's priced in right now. And I don't believe anything Jim Cramer says. He said the ETF approval will be a sell the news event. So therefore, it won't be a sell the news event because we inverse Cramer. We already have an ETF in Canada. That's right now. That is true. Frank the Tank Degen, the bomb diggity. Let's go. BlackRock will pump the Bitcoin on Friday. That's what's up. I love it. Keep those lighters in the air, family. Let's go. What's the point of a Bitcoin in, Bitcoin out ETF? I must not understand the concept. Well, I guess if you don't want to hold your own Bitcoin, but you want to benefit from the ETF, And I guess when you are ready to cash out, instead of receiving cash, they'll just send you the Bitcoin. So it sounds like it can cut out the middleman. You don't need to do the transfers with the banks. I think that's pretty cool. Traded all my ish coins for Bitcoin, says Bitcoin Cowboy. Amen. Now let's get ready to rumble. 55 if approve. Let's go. Beat. Let's go. Inverse Kramer every time. Kramer strikes again. We strike the empire back. F the empire. We got BTC. Next stop, Keiser candle, God candle, Buddha candle. Let's go. Satoshi candle, Nipsey candle, JV candle, CNA candle. Drop back to 32 after being declined. Oh, hell nah. I don't think if it gets declined, we're going to drop to 30. I think if it gets declined, we'll just stay where we're at and not get to 50 anytime too soon. What are your thoughts? Thanks for the live streams, brother. Saw your live stream yesterday. It was the first time in sub. Appreciate that, Jim Buster. Cheers, family. Appreciate all the support. The approval will pump us to 60 Gs. The implied ETF will move us to 120. Send it. Quan Long has spoken. I like your name, by the way. My daughter's name is Kuan Yin, named after the female Buddha of mercy and compassion. What up, Penny? The mods here are good. They're the best of the best. Shout out to the mods. Coinfather, Dankness, Streamlabs, where you guys at? What up? Yeah. Mark, best performing 9-10 Canadian ETFs of 2023 were all Bitcoin. The market needs them so bad. I agree. 38,000 is the lowest it'll go, says Rev. Dude, it's not like getting declined. Do you see the commercials? Like the people know. Good point, J-Dub. We all need super hard if the ETF, or drop super hard if the ETF gets rejected. I mean, drop 10% for the day. The deal would be wild. Nah, the reasoning doesn't make 100%. Only those on the exchanges, not self-custody. I don't see the advantage. Buy miners and spot hand over fist. This is going to fake everyone out, both bulls and the bears, says North Star. If decline, big if we still hold. 41.6. Kuan Yin. Correct, JB. That is correct. If a joint Bitcoin spot approval can't pump the Bitcoin price 13%, then not much else within 24 hours. Coinfather, Dankness in here. Let's go. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to... You already know. Wait, Sailor has some advice.
There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best, okay? But take all your money, buy Bitcoin, then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin, then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin.
Wow, Michael Saylor ain't playing no games right now, and he's putting his money where his mouth is because he's going to be selling MicroStrategy stock every single day for the next 4 months, which is 120 days. And what is he going to be doing with the proceeds? Buying Bitcoin for his personal stash. So shout out to the Giga Chad.
And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business that's in your family for 37 years and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money on earth, which is Bitcoin.
There you go. Coming from the Giga Chad. I pulled 0.69 Bitcoin off the exchanges, Coinbase, and was hit with over a $700 difference when it arrived in my Trezor. I don't think that's normal. I've never experienced nothing like that. Again, if there were more demand on a Bitcoin ETF, does that mean the ETF owners will have to go out and buy more real Bitcoins? Supposed to. If you're selling it, you're supposed to be holding on to it, or you shouldn't be selling it. And they should be audited, and they should have to. And I believe that Coinbase is named as the custodian for BlackRock and many of these asset managers. Miners will skyrocket 5x to 10x when Bitcoin at all-time high. Send it. Miners are going to be very profitable this cycle. I am confused if the new chance of approval around 30 or 80%, two different opinions. So here's the deal. The top ETF analysts in the world are James Seyfarth and Eric Balchunas. They're both saying 90% plus probability we get the approval between the deadline, which would be January 5th to the 10th, which is sometime by tomorrow to next week, right? So that's the deal. The only people that were saying we're not getting the ETF anymore or just a handful of people. One of them was the FUD that was released yesterday with Matrix Port. You know what I mean? Which I think tanked the market, and we recovered already right back where we left off. So it's all good. XRP thoughts after the approval? I don't really have many thoughts. What do you guys think? Let me know. Price targets for Ethereum, Solana, and AVAX. I don't really focus so heavily on price targets of the alts. I just focus on Bitcoin and know when Bitcoin goes up, all the top alts are going to rise along with it. A rising tide rises all ships. I think the Ether all-time high, correct me if I'm wrong, it's probably in the 4,000 range. I don't know if we hit 45, but I think we surpassed 4,000. I think a good target for Ether this cycle, I mean, depending upon how great Bitcoin does, I think Ether can hit anywhere between 10 and 20,000 per coin. You know what I mean? Right now, Ether is just under, I don't know, 2,400-ish. Let's just say it's 25. So if Ether 4X, that would be 10,000. If Bitcoin 4Xs this cycle, I do think Ether can 4X. If Bitcoin 10Xs this cycle, I think Ether can 10X. That's my humble opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know. Is the ETF getting declined? We'll see 36,000. We'll find out by next week. Do you think Gensler has it in him to finally approve it? Or do you think he's going to continue playing games with us? Did ETH hit that high, fam? Did we hit 53? I didn't know that. Interesting. That's cool. ETH to 10 G's, baby. Maybe 15. I think that's an easy target. Like, realistically, for the cycle, I could very easily see ETH hitting 10, 15 G's. Kind of like I can see Ether going to where Bitcoin went back in 2017. Bitcoin hit roughly 20,000. I can see Ether performing that ways this cycle. What do you guys think? I concur, says Thomas. Will Bitcoin hit 1 million eventually? Absolutely, I agree. I firmly believe we will see $1 million Bitcoin price sometime soon. Not necessarily. But within the next 2 market cycles, absolutely. If I was to guess, I'd say by the year 2028, 2029, I can very realistically see $1 million Bitcoin. Samson Mouse says it could happen this year. So who am I to deny that possibility? 1 million is possible, but is it likely? We will soon find out. What do you guys think? Gensler doesn't want to get sued. Gensler's protected by criminal organization. You know what I mean? He's a racketeer at the end of the day. So I don't think he fears anything at this point. Also, he's wealthy. People that are wealthy are not so concerned. And especially when you're working for these corrupt organizations, I won't mention the agency names, but they are 3-letter organizations. They're fearless, bro. So Gensler is laughing at us. He's not scared. Yes, 1 million eventually. Amen. The apex predator. You already know. I do not want an ETF. Well, we're getting one regardless if you want it or not. It could happen 2025, just depends on the economy. Good point. If the dollar were to hyperinflate, clearly we're going to hit 1 million sooner than anticipated. Absolutely. The dog's name is Nipsey, named after the late, great Nipsey Hussle, one of my favorite MCs. Left this world a little early. Millie by my B-Day in 2025. Send it, Jennifer. I'm telling you right now, you really think Gary Gensler is going to let this ETF go through? Come on, guys. I say question everything, expect the unexpected. But at the same time, there's just too many meetings and updated forms going on right now for it to just be denied forever. They are going to have to approve it this year. The question is, are we going to get the approval this week or next week? If not, maybe it's March. I mean, but it's definitely getting approved this year. I'd say very small probability of it not being approved this year. They have to. There's no more room to kick the can down the road without Gensler just looking like 10 times more evil than he truly is. March ETF goes live this spring. The March ETF, right on. Guess my question is too hard, says Penny. Sorry if I missed it. It's not that I don't skip questions. It's just I try to read as many as I can. And if I read a long one, and then I'll miss a bunch coming in. So I have to pick my comments. Approved after the Black Swan event. If you really want a question answered, and I miss it, just copy paste it and write it again, and I'll more likely see it the second time. My apologies. I don't do that on purpose to anyone. I read everything, even the haters and trolls. I read your stuff too. I don't care. It's fun. Super Bowl Bitcoin commercials will spawn a God candle. God candle, send it. Oh my God. Can't wait to see these commercials this year. It's going to be next level. Where's the Black Swan event? Texas. TX. So if Bitcoin owners have real Bitcoin to back the ETF, I have got no answer either here nor anywhere. Again, if there is more demand on a Bitcoin ETF, does that mean the ETF owner will buy? I haven't getting to back the ETF real. Well, it sounds like you don't put your Bitcoin in. So if you're a Bitcoin holder and you wanted to put your Bitcoin in ETF, it don't work that way. So if you have fiat, you can purchase shares through their ETF. And BlackRock, who else is holding it? Coinbase, they would be holding the Bitcoin for you, but you would never actually own the underlying asset. They would. So to me, that sounds shady. Clearly, for the average person, self-custody is the way to go. I don't understand the advantage of a regular person ever wanting to use an ETF because they're going to charge you roughly 1% per year. So in 20 years, you're paying 20% of your portfolio just for them to hold your private keys. No, thank you. Dog is chilling. You already know. What do you think when it will be approved? Do you think it'll be another bloody scream on grass or bloody screen? I think it's bullish. I think we're starting to get a price action to reflect that, hence why we're pumping right now. I think the consensus, people know an ETF is inevitable. It's going to be coming, and people are getting their positions now to front run these major institutions. That's what I think. Are there many negatives to having a Bitcoin ETF? Yes, there's pros and cons to everything in life. So absolutely. The negatives, maybe it's confusing for the average investor, and instead of self-custody and learning how to self-custody, which takes 5 minutes, they're like, no, I'm just going to invest in the ETF. There you go. There's a negative. Luna Classic is running. Ain't that some ish? For this regular person, ETFs allow my retirement funds to buy Bitcoin. There you go. So there's certain circumstances for certain people where ETFs make sense. And there's a great example from Track U2, so thank you. They are not Bitcoin, so not wallets. What up? What up, Colemans? I have not a good answer, neither here or there. Again, is there more demand on a Bitcoin ETF? Does that mean the ETF owner will have to go to buy more real Bitcoins? No, I don't think that works that way. You can buy whatever amount you want, I would imagine. Hong Kong ETF approved next. Oh, we didn't even discuss that. That's right. Hong Kong is already accepting applicants for their ETFs. And as I mentioned and touched upon, Max Keiser says they're going to be launching ETFs spot in El Salvador, which are going to be the real deal. Bitcoin in, Bitcoin out. Does anyone have an example of a financial black swan event? Man, I can think of a million. Fake alien invasion, Project Bluebeam. There's one. You guys come up with the next. Fidelity ETF is only 0.03%. Oh, that's what's up. And I heard even one of them, like the fees were extremely low for 6 months. So the good thing about the competitors, they're going to drive down the prices because you got to be able to compete. And when you have all this competition, people are going to go with whoever has the less fees, maybe. You know what I mean? What is the power goes out? How does your Bitcoin work? That's a good question, Matthew. What if I got hit by a car? How would I do this podcast tomorrow? Some things I don't even care to think about. But it's a good point. It's a good question. There's mesh networks. We have discussed this before. If the power did go out, you can still use your Bitcoin alternative ways without the internet. Just like you can use a cold card right now to self-custody your Bitcoin, and you can send and receive Bitcoin without ever connecting it to the internet. Next level-ish. What up, what up? Melvin, war. Well, you already know war is a given because it's so profitable to the fiat money corruptors and oppressors that run this world. EMP. Bitcoin hit zero. What does it say? I want to know your thoughts. We keep talking. Man, the comments are coming in so fast, it's hard to even see the longer ones. I'm not trying to hate. I think it's a good question. Wanted to know your thoughts. We keep talking about hitting 1 million. What if Bitcoin hit a zero? What would happen? Well, Bitcoin is more likely to hit 1 million or even 10 million or 100 million than it is to ever go to zero. Because people like myself and yourself will always see valuable and unconfiscatable crypto. So the only way it can go to zero is if, like, hypothetically speaking, a supercomputer figured out how to hack all the crypto in cyberspace, which isn't happening anytime soon, but I'm just saying, hypothetically. So unless that happened, it's always going to have value because we're always going to perceive it to have value because it's unconfiscatable wealth. It's incorruptible. What happens to our Bitcoin and EMP hits? I don't know. Hopefully you have your private keys stored somewhere, family, somewhere safe, that is. So there is no value to the ETF. I don't think anyone said that. You can perceive it how you like. We control what happens. That's right. It's in our destiny. A cashless world would benefit Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the only haven left for privacy. Amen. All other forms of wealth can be stolen from you. All of them, including your house. If they don't like you, the judge can write something on a piece of paper and they can just take your house away from you. You know what I mean? Kind of like they did with the Tates with all their assets. And guess what they couldn't take from him? His Bitcoin. They only took a very small portion of Bitcoin in which he handed over the private keys to in a wallet. So, show us the dog. Bitcoin ETFs aren't for the people. They're for the major corporations to place Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Good point, K-Jam. Always in motion is the future. Shout out to Master Yoda, the Jedi Master himself. What happens when I literally zero Bitcoin available for the ETFs to buy? Technically, that could happen. Bitcoin hits $100 million a coin. I think that'd be a good problem to have. ETF has counterparty risk, 100%. Everything has counterparty risk. This is true, Paul Williams. Is it safe to hodl crypto or on Binance? Or no, it's not good to hodl Bitcoin on any exchange. Definitely switch to a hardware wallet. Highly recommended. Can you move Bitcoin from one wallet to another without the internet involved? Yes, if you have the proper wallet. Cold Card allows you to send it without ever connecting it to a computer and without ever connecting it to the internet. And I know other wallets can do the same. I don't know which ones, but I know Cold Card offers that. Bitcoin isn't private, though. It's 100% transparent. Correct. Public ledger is 100% accounted for. TikTok next block every 10 minutes. Supercomputers aren't even good at mining Bitcoin, so that's the only way to attack it. Good point, Mr. T. Same here. If the power went off, bank won't let you withdraw because the computer's down. Good point, Joseph. Thank you. Our Bitcoin is not in our possession. Therefore, we have no Bitcoin. Precisely. That is correct. How about XRP? XRP is a bridge currency for the CBDCs. It represents the opposite of what Bitcoin stands for. Bitcoin is freedom for humanity, sovereignty. You have XRP, which is going to be the enslavement of humankind. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure you can make a lot of money as an investor over the long haul in XRP, as you can with virtually all the major altcoins. But at the same time, what it stands for and what it represents is important, and it should be dear to your heart if you're going to be an investor in it, in my opinion. Self-custody, LEPAL has air gapping. That's correct. So good to note. So just like the Cold Card, it has air gap technology where you can use it, send and receive transactions without having to connect it to the internet or a computer. That's pretty lit. Invest in food and gunpowder. Yeah, some beans. Beans and tuna. Tangent wallet as well. Good to note, Michael Morris. Thank you. OG says, don't do that, JV. Don't do what? Can you still use ham radio to have solar power as well? Liberty and justice for all. I don't think quantum computing is a concern. I think the cryptographers are well ahead of the curve, and I think it will only get better and better as they advance. So will cryptography. And I've heard Andreas Antonopoulos gives scenarios of like how difficult it is to actually crack a 24-word key phrase. And he shared like metaphors that'd be like an alien coming from another planet and trying to find one single grain of, what was that, sand on a beach out of the entire earth. You know what I mean? It's like virtually impossible. Well, it is impossible. Otherwise, all the wallets would have lost all their crypto a long time ago, especially Satoshi. You know what I mean? If quantum computers become a probability, literally everything is screwed, says Tony. There is roughly, 850 people, only 3 people know anything about supercomputers. Let's stop pretending. 12 words is enough, says Matt. Yes, ham radio. Go on something solar power unit. Oops, 2400, 2 solar panel charges your power unit and charges via DC outlet in your home. Good to know, KJam. Is that something you have personally? Give the stream a like. Thank you, Jim Buster. You know what I mean? I work for likes. So if you want to help JV, smash the like. Appreciate it. We're still going strong. We're about 1 hour, 35 minutes in the stream. I'll hang out a little longer. Pump the likes, family. Michael, can you please turn on Trading View 15 seconds so we can watch it run? Actually, I can, but it's going to mess up the chat. And I think the chat is more important right now than Trading View because I have it set up with the chat on Rumble, unfortunately. Actually, let me think out loud again. Actually, you may be right. Why not? Do you guys want to see Trading View right now live? Want to see we can do a little pump watch. Why not? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I have it set up to YouTube. I thought I had it set up with Rumble, but it may be YouTube. What do you guys think? Trading View? Put Trading View in the chat if you prefer to watch Trading View right now. I'll still be here. We'll still kick it, but we can watch the charts. And I think we may still have the chat as well. I don't even know. I got to switch the scene. We have different scenes here in the streaming software. We'll see what scene we have set up. We don't need to see the price action. No. Said no. No. Hack into Bitcoin. No. Okay. How many times on a pinhead? Oh, thanks for that gift. Will just gifted someone a membership. Terry W., you've just been blessed. Do it. Richie says do it. No Trading View. Trading View. Trading View. No Trading View. Trading View. Yes, yes. Mixed vibes I see we got. Well, let's just take a look at it and quickly and see how it is right now. Let me switch the scene out. Let's see here. I'm just up for the challenge now that you guys mention it, but I got to find the pump watch. I think this is the pump watch one. Give me a second to open up Trading View. This is the 4-hour chart. Yay, it's working, and we have the correct chat in there, so I don't have to make any corrections. But anyways, I'm still here. The chat's still here, and we got a chart. So I think we all win. What do you guys think? Are we all winners right now? Let me know. So yeah, we're at $44,400. I can see all the chat, which is good. This is a 4-hour chart. Do a poll. No TV. Do you think sovereign wealth fund like Qatar wants to pay more than the current $44,000 because they bought $1/2 trillion at one price? I mean, I don't know. I can't think on behalf of Qatar. Marcus, thank you for subbing, family. JV challenge accepted. You already know. Let's do TV and everyone buy hundreds worth of Bitcoin. Let's pump this mofo. Yeah, let's go. So yeah, you're looking at the 1-hour chart now. We'll go to the, or there's the 4-hour, my bad. We'll go to the 1 hour. You can see some formations taking place right now. We do have a target at $46,440 right now, live and in the flesh on the 1-hour chart, which is pretty lit. The charts are looking very bullish right now. You want to see the 15-minute? You got it, family. Here's the 15-minute chart. Bada boom, bada bing. We got a rising wedge formation, baby. Let's go. Let's go. That's the 15-minute chart. Trifecta, baby. 44 sounds great. Bring it. Let's go. Come on, bro. You can do better than that. You making fun of my indicators there, dog? 50 push-ups for 50 G's. Now we're talking. That's a reference to on our pump watch a couple of nights ago. Someone said, I'll give you $50 for 50 push-ups or something like that. And I said, challenge accepted. And I cranked out my 50 push-ups. I even did them on my fingers to keep it 100. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Here we go. Turn the music off. Oh, I have music on. Crap. My apologies. Didn't even mean to have music because I shouldn't have music on the stream for copyright reasons. Because yeah. So thank you for that. Music is off. 63 G's in 1 week. Let's go. Good job. Cheers, Micro. Yeah, let's this is the 15-minute. We could also look at the 1 minute. Zoom in on this mofo. That's the 1 minute. Cheers, Keiser. All in your charts. Oh, AI? I don't know about the AI. This is TradingView right now. Crypto surge. I missed your comment. Sorry, I can't read them all because they're coming in too fast. But if you copy paste it, I'll see it. Trifecta effect incoming. Let's go. That was the music I fell asleep to last night. What indicator? There's a bunch of indicators turned on right now. One of them is all chart patterns. Aptos is pumping. Where does all the physical currency go to switch to Bitcoin, right? Good question. Where does all the physical currency go to if it switches to Bitcoin? I think it's all imaginary to begin with. Explain to the viewers what are the dots of your indicators. Yeah, so at the very bottom is the MACD, the very bottomest indicator. Above that is the RSI, which is the relative strength index. And then above that, you just see the main chart. The three big lines are the moving averages. The orange one is the short moving average, the purple is the mid, and the blue is the long moving average. And this is a 5-second chart if you've never seen a 5-second chart before. Oops, hold on, Option R. And you got some targets. There's a falling wedge right now on the charts. Pump it. Let's go. Crossed. Here we go. Isn't Bitcoin imaginary? You wish. That's its advantage. Nah, it's the real deal. Maybe it's not physical, but definitely not imaginary. Repeating question, supposedly if there is more demand on a Bitcoin ETF, does that mean the ETF owner will have to buy more real? I don't know. I'm not an ETF expert. I know nothing about ETFs except what I read to you, and you keep asking me the same question. I don't know. I don't think so, but I'm not an expert, so I don't know. Why is the TV prices higher than the exchanges? It all depends upon what exchange you use. Every exchange is different. This is Coinbase, so right now this is the live price action on Coinbase. I'm about to put down some Blueberry and Jack Harner. 420. Get it? Mathematical real? Let's go. Pump the likes, family. Maybe we'll keep the pump going. We'll keep this up for a bit. Why not? Typically, we would have ended the show like 30 minutes ago, but I'm hanging out extra because for some reason, Rumble wasn't working today. So we're hanging out with the family here. Appreciate that, K-Jam. Sounds tasty. Toasty. Let's go. Bring it. Yeah. I can show you. Are you pro dollar, dog? And why are you spamming the chat? You don't need to write it 10 times. Just once. It's cool. Who cares about dollars? We rip those up over here. I don't care about dollars. In fact, I donated $10,000 to a local charity that I had in my bank the other day. So now I have nothing in the bank. I think dollars are great for charities. I don't care about dollars. What's an ETF? I don't know. I just feel it How is we don't have to? Right on. Binance is lower by a lot. Hundreds different, brother. Is that normal? Yeah, it is normal. Every exchange is different. The dollar's collapsing. I like dollars. ETF, every trader. What? Boom. Yeah, Binance is lower by a lot. I bought 2 more graphic cards. Right on. Dollars make great wallpaper. There you go. 100% on that. Cheers. Cheers to the new year. I hope you donate to animal rescues. Unfortunately, it wasn't animal rescues. It was for children with autism called Lily's Angel, a local charity here where I live. All fiat currencies will go to zero. I use dollars at the strip club, but lately they've been throwing nickels and dimes and quarters. Kind of hit her with the penny roll. Oh no. What's the purpose of the halving? To make Bitcoin more scarce and for the numbers to go up. If Bitcoin layer 2 is the next narrative, fiat currencies are dead. What card did you buy? Dollars are created out of thin air. This is true. Very true. Dollars make great straws for drinking. A friend got scammed on the Drip app on the Solana network today, got his Phantom wallet drained. Sorry to hear that. What kind of attack was it? Like a phishing attack? Nipsey is a rescue dog. This is correct. Nipsey is a rescue dog. I'm petting him right now. If you see where my hand is, it's right on his head. Issuer BlackRock has to own Bitcoin for every unit that they sell. Right on. My kids are all autistic and very loving and caring for others. Raise them right. Right on, KJam. Much love. It's not about the money. It's about the Bitcoin. Straws are for drinking. Word. We got 777 people on the stream. Let's go. But anyways, I just wanted to give you a taste of the chart action. When we do our pump watches, this is ultimately how we do it, like this. We show the charts. We got the chat. It's always lit. It's always fun. But I actually want to switch back here. I'll hang out for a few more minutes, then we're going to end the stream. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to let me know. ETF developers will become the biggest Bitcoin owners. Shout out to John Wardwell. Thanks for subscribing to the #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod. Hopefully you're enjoying today's show. We're here each and every day. We're also here in the evenings, 9 p.m. Eastern, for the premiere of each live show. We edit it down. We remove all the Q&A, so it's just pure content, back to back, very fast paced. So instead of like a 2-hour stream, you'll be watching like a 30-minute edited version, and we're here every night for the edited version premiere, which is always at 9 p.m. Eastern, just FYI. Tomorrow versus the normal time, I do got to pick up my daughter in the afternoon, so we're going to be streaming a little earlier than normal. I don't even know the exact time yet. It may be 12 p.m. Eastern or 1 p.m. Eastern. I'll let you know in the morning when it's all set. New rumors that Monday is the day for the approval. Send it. Let's get it. Put the Weather Channel with a female Puerto Rican meteorologist. Now you're talking my language. Where's a good place to rent in Puerto Rico? The island. There's a lot of cities. I don't know. Whatever you're into, man. If you want to be in the city, Condado is very nice. That's where a lot of tourists go. Very near San Juan, but not directly in San Juan. Why did the ETF get delayed? Great show as usual, JV. Thanks. You're welcome. Appreciate you. I fall asleep on the pump watches. Don't we all? Well, hopefully I can be more entertaining to you next time. Rumor is tomorrow ETF approval. Yeah, we may get it tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. It's the 5th. Thank you, Andre. I appreciate you subbing to the pod family. Mandatory in school for Puerto Rico for the kids. There's always loopholes, family. You can get a, I forget the term, but there's ways around that. You can get a document notarized from a holistic doctor I forget the term for this document, but you don't have, it's not required. They try to push it, but it's not required. There's alternative ways. I would never allow that for my little one. I'll be in Puerto Rico in May for a cruise. Looking forward to seeing it since I might move there. Right on, Tony. Word up, fam. Peace out, Will. Yes, there you go. You nailed it. It's called a religious exemption, and you can get one for maybe $30. And I can point you in the right direction if you need one. Long 100x ETF is coming. Send it. But anyways, family, it's been lit. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and I look forward to seeing you this evening. It's been fun. Be sure to pump the likes. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. It does help out tremendously with that YouTube algorithm. I'll look forward to seeing you this evening at 9 p.m. Eastern for the premiere of the show. Make it a great day, and I'll see you soon. Much love, family. Enjoy yourselves out there. Holla.